what's this life about? That makes no sense. You're being tested, my friend.
The question is this: can you be committed to the process of what you do without being emotionally attached to the results of what you do? Meaning, if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, can you still be the same individual?
Your heroes will let you down. Your heroes will let you down. One person that you can switch and change is yourself.
This is when you got to do it, when nobody's watching. That's where you really got to push it.
No one can be a great leader who isn't willing to follow someone first. And if you want to lead people, follow them. Follow the steps in the pathway that led them to come to you. Understand that you have to learn them, because the greatest resource you have are the relationships you build.
When you set out at the beginning of this year, make it your mission to sharpen those skills. Make it your mission to become more disciplined. Make it your mission to become more mentally hardened. Make it your mission to become someone who exemplifies what discipline actually is and what it looks like and what it can build and what it can become. Because the reality is the world is starving for examples of excellence.
Once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable to almost anything. Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements, the right internal dialogue at the right time, with the right hit, with the right proof of what you've done in the past, and you send it right to the right circuit, dude, you're a fucking beast.
No matter what happens to you, it ain't over. It ain't over. Ain't no such a thing as over. As long as God wakes you up, that means he ain't through with you yet.
Nothing is easy. Like running is running. It sucks, but you have a choice to make. Do you want to sit down and go back to that guy you once were? No. So this is what it takes.
Consistency doesn't guarantee that you'll be successful, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't reach success. Instead of spending time getting in the mood to work, just start working. Confront the work. People think they need perfect conditions to start, when in reality, starting is the perfect condition.
Don't post about what you're gonna do. Don't talk about what you're gonna do. Like, keep that to yourself, and then just go do it.
I try to do something difficult every day. Something I don't want to do. If you open your mind, your ear, to the moments where you don't really feel like doing it, do it.
Are you strong enough to deal with just your issues, or do you have broad enough shoulders so that you can carry the weight of others? And when you carry the weight of others, they will also come and carry the weight with you. Leadership is a tool, it's a talent, it's a gift, it's a blessing. It's never a curse, because if you were cursed, you'd be abandoned. If you were cursed, you'd be alone. But when you lead, you will find that people have been waiting on you to take a deep breath. Then tell them, where do we go? Because of where
we don't operate well if we don't have a mission, because then you have something to shoot for. Imagine you have the most sophisticated airplane in the world and it takes off and there's nowhere to go. And so this is why it is so important to have a mission, to have a specific goal, because then every rep that you do will get you one step closer to that goal.
You never know how good you'll be until you try. So let's get with it. As you sort of progress, I mean, this could be anything. As you do it more and more, and maybe you kind of realize, like, okay, this is something I want to put a lot of energy into. I want to put a lot of time into this, because not only do I like the results I'm getting, but I also like the process of, making that progress.
question. Mark Schwartz says you have to ask yourself every moment, is this essential? He says, because most of what we do and say is not essential. And he says, when you eliminate the inessential, you get the double benefit of doing the essential things better.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. You need to have a hierarchy of improvement. You need to be aiming for something, and that means you're going to be lesser than people who've already attained along that dimension. And that can give rise to envy. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is, you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantages and disadvantages. And so if you want to compete fairly with someone, then you should be competing with you.
Imagine that you met God at the pearly gates and he said, you did all right. You did okay. Why don't you just come with me and I can show you what you were supposed to do? This is the life that you were supposed to live. And it was you taking the chances. It was you having the conviction to follow your courage and to go after the things that you truly wanted. It was you playing to win, not playing to not lose. And that would be pain. The true hell is when the person you are meets the person you could have been.